What's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome back to Best Family TV. Today we're having
Buffalo Wild Wings and Chinese food.
This is actually Hibachi. The name of the place is Hibachi Express.
Chin Chin.
Chin Chin.
In Snellville.
In Snellville.
And this is from the previous video. I just did the Blazing Wings challenge.
We have shrimp fried rice.
Please don't drop it. That looks so good. And I have mango habanero extra crispy wings.
And I have Caribbean jerk extra crispy with ranch in my water.
And I have blue cheese and water and a popsicle from the previous video if I decide to eat it. And I'm going to use my old top for this.
We're going to say grace and get it started.
A spoon. A mess. Go ahead.
Lord, thank you for the food we're about to receive. Let it nourish our bodies in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. I was going to get it. Well, thank you. I got my blue cheese. Y'all know how I am about blue cheese. Let me do our thumbnail. So, I'm still in pain a little bit from the last video. Because we just went right into this mukbang. But it really wasn't bad. Ooh. Want some of this? I want duck sauce. I just got into duck sauce, really. And we had no egg rolls. On the
Spring roll.
Yeah, spring rolls. On the Chinese food mukbang we did. How was it watching me do the challenge?
You did good.
I could have did more. I might do it again later on. Like months from now, maybe. Oh, look. I'm making a mess, but it's still good.
I don't think those wings had the right heat to it because those people were rushing.
I think they toned it down. Thank you. Because it used to be hotter than that.
And it used to be more flavor on it. You can look and see the sauce on it. Look at the sauce on this one.
It was about the same, but it just wasn't as hot. Cause they got me on these before. They was too hot and I couldn't finish. I think it was just the batch that they did. But I always get these. It's mango habanero extra crispy. Mm-hmm. Mm. Well, yeah, they were packed today.
Last Wednesday they had crab legs on sale for $6.99 a pound.
And
Where?
Oh, where?
It was at Kroger.
Oh.
Not what you're talking about.
We've been saying that all week. I forgot.
And then today went to the market and it was $12.99. They double the price.
I told her it would have been fine with me to just freeze it.
So now I have to order those other noodles.
I can't wait for that video. Cause he don't think it's that bad.
He can be very surprised.
Mm-hmm. And this tray still got the blazing hot sauce in it. That's how you know it wasn't that bad.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. I just love food. You already know what I'm about to do.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta move it this way. It's all on that side. Drop it in the sauce.
I'm kind of feeling the cooking video coming soon.
Which one to cook?
I don't know. What you guys would like to see me cook?
See, I used to do cooking with Courtney on my channel. They're all on private. I showed y'all how to make Mexican dip. Showed y'all how to make the salsa, the homemade salsa. I did a pancake recipe. It wasn't just a regular old pancake. It was something different. I think it was something else I did.
It's going to be a whole meal. It's not just going to be one item. And I'll get it done really quick.
Like 30-minute meals.
Mm-mm.
Time passes faster than you think, though. So is the microwave and the microwave oven the same?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wow.
I said it's not microwave oven safe, but we put these in the microwave all the time. Pray for us.
I'm going to put mine in there.
Oh yeah, she hers cold. We eat cold chicken right here.
Richard don't.
That started off from getting KFC original recipe,
Mm-hmm.
and then from there we just started doing it with everything. Some people's chicken I can't eat cold.
The ones that's greasy.
Mm-hmm. I ate pizza cold before. I think it was Pizza Hut.
Pizza is good cold.
Sometimes.
Not those thick slices.
The pan pizza.
Ham toss is good cold.
Mm-hmm.
We was looking for Jet's Pizza.
They gone.
I think they're gone.
They done left us hanging.
Maybe they wasn't doing too well over there.
I don't think so. Every time we went in there, it was quiet.
Because they had a Subway, a hibachi place right there beside them.
Or touchdown wings.
So the hibachi place got them.
Hibachi was on the other side of the subway. Coming back this way.
Mm. don't know, maybe I need to ride through there.
Well, I feel like we took 2 days off. I feel like it's been 2. Oh, I know why. Because I posted early. How was your day yesterday?
You must not think say something. I'm staying awkward.
I'm trying to,
My day was good. We went to Morton's Steakhouse.
So while they were gone, I was here cooking hot wings and fries for myself and whoever else wanted some. She's gonna tell you what they had.
I posted it on my Facebook, but those that have never been there, it's in Atlanta, off Peachtree. And babe, and you park in the parking deck across the street, and they validate your ticket. The restaurant validates your ticket. They have very good food. Many choices. Richard had the 16-ounce steak. He didn't eat all of it. He brought it home with him, what was left. I had the salmon. The salmon was good. It was like this size. And it was good. It was the balsamic salmon. And then it had under it had sweet corn with garbanzo beans. And that was supposed to be a garnish. But no, that wasn't a garnish. That was a full meal. It was like a whole bunch of it, and the salmon was sitting on top of it. And within it, it had like spinach, like in a little bunch. And then it had the garbanzo beans and the corn. And around it, it was drizzled with black pepper and the balsamic reduction around the edge of the plate. So good. Okay, what is that noise? And then the potato we had, it was the baked potato, and they cut it the long way. So each one of us had a half a potato, and then we had the butter and salt and pepper on it. And we had the roasted Brussels sprouts with onions in it. Oh my goodness, that was so good. He had a Long Island iced tea. That's his go-to because he's afraid to try something different. And I had this Grand Marnier with pineapple. And they had like I think it was a piece of pineapple, real thin slice that was kind of cooked or something in there, grilled. That was really good. Oh, and for dessert we had ice cream and that, what is it, a lava cake? Mm-hmm. The chocolate lava cake. I didn't care for that. It was too thick and sweet.
That's with all chocolate cake. That's why I don't eat it. And then she told me that it had raspberries and mint leaf or something on top.
3 raspberries and a mint leaf on top of that lava cake. And I think the ice cream was vanilla bean. But everything was good. With the price, you would have thought the gratuity was included, but it wasn't.
And the price it came up to was a whopping
$200.
I would never. I don't care what holiday it is. I don't care what celebration it is. Not for no $200. But you got it, Richard.
$200
For steak and salmon. My chicken. My leg. My germs.
I think the salmon could have been, for that price, a little bit bigger.
It was like the size of ones that they put in the freezer bags.
But that was my Valentine's dinner. Supposed to go get a massage, a couples massage.
When?
We were supposed to went today. But he had to go to work.
And me and Mama was in the bed till about 2 o'clock. She was in there till 3. I got up at 2:30.
I wasn't feeling well yesterday.
Oh, go ahead.
I don't know, this week was tiring. My eyes was itching so bad. I don't know if that was allergies or what. But it was no joke. Yes. Yesterday morning I had a little fever. I actually overslept
Yeah.
for work.
She said she woke up at 6:45. And that's the same time I woke up.
6:45 I be.
She was supposed to be on the way to work at that time.
I normally be pulling up in the parking lot. But got there at 7:08. Clocked in.
See, if I had known, I would have came in and checked on you. But I had just woke up too.
No, but Richard had startled me. I was sleeping and he startled me when he got in.
Oh, I was up when he came home. That's why I need an alarm when I gotta get up.
I don't use no alarm to wake up by.
It scare you. It scare me every time, and I still
It
use
give
it.
me a bad day.
I'm not. It give me a bad day when y'all come in there and wake me up before it go off. Oh, when you come in my room and you don't close the door when you leave, and I have to get up and close
I
it.
thought you was coming right behind me.
Cause you did it with Dante the other day. Cause we thought he was late.
You shut up.
He got back up and closed it.
No, he was sitting there when I
He got back up and
was
closed
talking
it.
to him.
But when you was down here, I was like, why you leave his door open? He got up and closed it. Cause I was still halfway up the steps.
He was standing up when I came out from up there.
He still closed it back. Cause he probably had to change his clothes.
Richard should be sleeping right now. I think he's gonna be back on the road about 4 in the morning.
$4 in the morning, I'm gonna be up editing.
He'll be back about 1 or 2 tomorrow. That's if he leave at 4.
So what are we doing tomorrow? A mukbang?
I gotta figure out what I want.
So should I post both of them or just have one saved?
Go ahead and post them.
Post the blazing.
And then tomorrow you post the other one.
That's what I'm saying. Post the blazing tomorrow.
You didn't post nothing yesterday, did you?
That was our one day off.
You didn't post nothing yesterday, did you?
I don't think.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I didn't post today. We didn't record yesterday. That's what it was. I was gonna get it. That's how Miss B Love be doing. And Darius be getting upset.
What?
You start cleaning before the video's over.
Well, we got a critter in the house.
He ain't
So we
out.
gotta clean.
He upstairs. Locked up. In the bedroom.
Y'all, on the way to the dinner last night.
Oh, what happened?
Remember what I was telling y'all about the water thing? How Richard drink water?
Oh.
He did that in the car.
Like, do you not hear yourself?
And I did. I said, you don't hear that? He looked at me and like, what? Then he started laughing because he figured out what I was talking about. He said, because I'd be so thirsty.
You don't take all that.
I said, Then he said, at the end. Excuse me. I'm like, you be doing the most with that water. And I told him you be doing the same thing during the night. But yeah, dinner was great. Even the one yesterday, it was great. I enjoyed it.
She tried me yesterday.
But I wish I had taken the little menu thing that they had.
I thought you said it was on. Oh.
It's upstairs.
Oh, from the other place. Oh.
Yeah, from Morton's, because they had a $64 special per person where you got a filet mignon, and then it says lobster something or something.
Lobster's tail.
Salmon.
Crab cake. I saw that on there.
Crab cake. And something else. I wish I had it with me. And then it said one side. So when we got there, the girl said, no, it don't have a side with it. You have to pick a side. Exactly. The thing said you have to pick a side. So we end up getting something else off, just to pick our own. It was a la carte. But everything was great. In this place, you can see them cooking the food. It's like an open kitchen. And they had their grill and everything right there. And you can see them cooking, but we wasn't on that close to them enough to see everything. But it was pretty great. They were doing their thing. You can tell the ones that were serious with their job. Yeah, you can tell the ones that was real serious about their job. And the ones that was there just talking and playing. Because we got there a little bit early. They didn't open until like 5:30. We arrived at 4:45. And then since we parked in the parking deck, we sat there until like 5, and then we walked over there across the street. And then we went straight to the bar because there were some people already in there at the bar. So we went to the bar and sat there and ordered our drinks, and we as they were preparing it, the lady came up. And I felt some type of way because she came up and whispered to the lady, the bartender. And then she turned around at us, do you have reservations? And I thought something was up. So I looked at her with a solid face and said, yes. To see, okay, where she was going with it, because I'm thinking, okay, she was going to say, well, if you don't have reservations, you can't come in here yet or something. That's like the impression she gave. And then she said, what's your last name? I got one more.
There you go.
She asked what was the last name, and I told her. She said, well, when you're ready, you can come over here and have a seat. And so they put us in like this corner table. But Richard wanted to sit out on the floor. I was like, no, it's okay. We have a little area. It's private and we can see out the window. And it's great. And, you know, it's okay. So we did that. I think we got what we paid for because they had so much more than what we thought. For them to say that the garbanzo beans and the corn and spinach, that little bit of spinach with all the garbanzo beans and stuff, and that little piece of salmon sitting on all of that, all that on the bottom.
That was the garnish?
They said it was garnish. Ain't no way. I said, no ma'am, that's a full meal. Because she said, would you want to take your garnish home with you? I'm like, what garnish?
A garnish or something on top.
So I'm like, no, that's not garnish. I want to take that home, but it's not garnish. That's a full meal. She said, well, that's what they call it now. I said, okay, but it's not a garnish. Garnish is put on top. Let me Google that and make sure. But I'm sure it's on top. Okay, Google. What is garnish on a meal?
Here's a summary from Wikipedia.
Okay, Google. What is garnish on a meal?
Gotta say, what is it?
Vocabulary.com. A garnish is a decoration or embellishment, often used with food. It is also the verb that means to do the decorating. You can garnish a baked fish with a garnish of lemon slices and parsley.
So that was not a garnish.
Mm-mm.
I don't know if you can hear that or not, but
They can hear it. They couldn't hear it at first because it was quiet.
The garbanzo beans and the corn.
Because we've ate that
and
on this
spinach
channel as a side.
is not a garnish, especially when you having that much. Okay, it was a regular size plate. Let me show you what size plate it was.
Oh, mama.
I'm sorry.
We got the good plates.
It was a regular size plate like this.
Mm-hmm.
And they had the corn, and then they had garbanzo beans
Around it.
all in there. All of this was filled with garbanzo beans. And then they had like spinach right here mixed, like maybe mixed with the corn, but it's just right here. And then all this garbanzo beans on top. And then on top of that, they had a piece of salmon. Around the plate, they had balsamic
The glaze.
reduction. Yeah, balsamic reduction around the plate. And black pepper.
Mm-hmm.
So the bottom part was not a garnish.
To be honest, I don't think they can see your face.
I'm sorry, the bottom part was not a garnish.
I don't know if y'all can see. I'll find out when I edit. As long as they can see what you was doing with the plate, y'all be alright.
So, to me, that looked like a whole can of garbanzo beans. So, ain't no way that was a garnish.
Maybe they call it a garnish because people don't eat the garnish, but they just don't like that.
A lot of people don't like garbanzo beans, but it's high in protein and it's very good for you.
Because if they don't know how to season it, then it ain't going to be good.
It was seasoned very well. And then it brought out more flavor with the sweetness of that corn. It was really good.
The only way I had it is the way you make it with the curry.
Mm-hmm. But trust me, trust and believe, I'm going to try that sweet corn and that garbanzo beans. It's going to be really good. A garnish. And even another way. This is just another way of asking. Okay, Google. How do you garnish a plate?
Here is information from Webster on Store.
Oh, I gotta read it. Okay.
It's in a list of stuff. Other directions.
Okay, it says choose the right plate. Choose the right size plate. Choose the complementary plate color. So the color of the plate. Plate with a clock in mind, like the circle. Use moist ingredients as your base. Serve odd amounts of food. So it's like when you serving the food, it's supposed to be like 3, like odd numbers. So if you were to
5, 7, 9.
if you were to go to, it won't go over 5. If you were to go and get chicken strips, you're supposed to get 3 or 5. It's not no even number. It's never supposed to be an even number.
I never noticed that.
Okay, it says place food to create the flavor bites. Don't overcrowd your plate. So that plate was overcrowded, but it was still good.
Susie's Wings in Monroe, they do 2 chicken strips with fries. It's called a chicken finger snack. That's why
It's supposed to be odd numbers.
Dairy Queen does it. They do the 3 count or the 5 count. No, they do the 6 count.
I bet you they don't do it now, because everybody's going to smaller portions.
Yeah, it's small. They still do 6 count with the fries. It's in that the box.
Because even with wings,
They do 9 now,
they do 9 wings instead of 10.
but they do 5 count. Yeah, they used to do 10.
But yeah, they it's supposed to be in odd numbers. I knew that.
But I remember one time I ordered 10 wings from Buffalo Wild Wings. And they gave me 9. They didn't tell us they went down on the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So we got cheated out of a wing. So I think we paid for it.
So that's part of a technique in plating. It's always an odd number. It's never an even number. And we learned that in school.
Well, Susie need to get him a extra chicken strip.
And if you're not, say if they wanted to do garbanzo beans, what's the matter?
I'm reading it.
Say if they wanted to do the way they did the garbanzo beans, they probably had it like in one of those bouillon cups and just poured it on top. Meaning, being that if it was rice and they put it on top, it would have just stayed like in that mold like shape. Mm-hmm. But with the garbanzo beans don't won't stay in that shape because they're just beans. They just go everywhere. But yeah. And then they could have placed, if it was rice, they could have placed that salmon like at an angle for the height. Ooh, plating was my thing in school.
It's all going down the same way.
Yeah, but they doing presentation. Presentation, it's gotta look good. You gotta look appealing, like make you want to eat it. Sometimes it make you don't want to eat it because it's supposed to be so pretty. So yeah.
He licking.
I do want to do a class for somebody.
He's licking.
Mm-hmm. You right at my door. My floor gonna be wet.
Mm-hmm.
I did want to do a class for someone. If you want to have a maybe a date night or
just a class.
A class with several people. It can be couples. It can be a group. However you want it. Just let me know and I can do a class for you.
So would they be doing it with you or they'll just sit back and watch?
No, I will be going over it with them.
And
telling them the stuff to put in. They can take notes and then they can go and prepare it. But it depends on how they want to do it. I can start the process of it. Well, do one and then let them go ahead and cook, depending on the person that's having this party. If they want someone, if they're okay with others using their oven, because I can prepare mine and then show you how to do it, and we can all do it together, or it doesn't matter. Just let me know if you want to do a class, and we can just get together and get this going. Of course, there's going to be a charge. There will be like a deposit, and then you finish paying the day of the
The day before.
the day before. So no, not the day before.
The day before at the latest.
We're gonna no, not the latest, because I have to go get the items that we're gonna prepare
So
and
what's
have
the
everything. So we'll figure it out. I'll figure it out as the because I have to know how many people there will be. If I have to go and pick the items up, like say salmon, I can go pick that up, but you would do your own seasoning and all that. I have everything. You start your mise en place. I have everything together. Like if we had what?
I say your what's and who's?
Mise en place. Mise en place are all your items that you're gonna need. So you would get all those things together. I will have each thing sectioned off and have you just get it, have it all on a platter or something. You just come get it and put it in front of you, and then we'll just move from there. If we need to pan sear something, I have some stovetop, individual stovetop things that you can use. And if that person want to use that, if they're okay with us using the oven, then we'll let everybody prepare their stuff and put it in the oven at one time. That way the cooking time won't be that long, and everybody won't have to be in there and out, in and out of the oven. So just let me know. We'll get it started. So if someone hosts something like that, I will give them 10% back of the overall cost of everything. I will give them 10% back for just having it at their home, because we have to use your gas or electric or something of that sort. That would be perfect, because gas is not cheap. Nothing's free. Your electric is not free. So we will have to use your power or your gas or whatever. If we just doing like the stovetop, you won't get that 10% back. You'll get I will give you a percentage just for hosting it. Hope that's a deal for you. You got something to talk about? You sleepy? You full? She make these little sounds. Okay, well.
That's like a okay or a
interesting.
yeah.
Well, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you
give us a like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, share with a friend, family member, and binge watch.
Thanks for watching. We're out.